Good morning YouTube, new day, new video, time to make some more progress. So the last video completed the roll cage, which yeah, happy about. If you haven't seen that video, go back and have a look. Yeah, so this video will be tackling the transmission tunnel. So I did have a few options to buy a tunnel that was made up. It was only $300 or $400. And was contemplating doing that because it would be really nice, but yeah, I've got some sheet metal here, I've got some cardboard, I've got an angle grinder, so yeah, let's just get into it. So yeah, I've just mocked up my rough shape. Go something like that. Just needs to stick out on that side, and just to give myself some more room around the tunnel, which will just make it more serviceable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark around, and I'm just going to chop the tunnel out, and then I'm going to make up a new cardboard aided design, and I'm going to make a new stencil out of cardboard to fit the hole that I make. I'm going to get that all made up, and then I'm going to well, just about dropped the camera. Then I'm gonna make it out of metal. So yeah, it's turned into a bit of a crap day. Got the dog here and the baby. Mumsy in her gumboots. What's wrong, Frankie? What? You reckon Dad should make it himself or buy one? Yeah, she thinks I should make it myself. Let's get into it. Yeah, so what have I done? Well, I've chopped the tunnel out, that's for sure. Yeah, so I've just masked area around the outline that I've chopped. Yeah, and I've just run some tape with the sticky side up. I'm just going to lay paper over that tape and pull it off. There's my template for my first piece. I'm going to chop that out, transfer it to cardboard. Or I'm just going to take measurements of the top and the bottom and the length and stencil it on the cardboard. Will probably be easier. And there's my first piece. Then I'm going to make my next piece, and so forth. I'm just going to try to get this looking as good as I can as a cardboard structure, and then I'm going to transfer it to sheet metal and yeah, go for it. So I'm just going to make my next piece. I'm going to make this bit up, and I'll show you what that looks like. First piece mocked up. Like I said, I'm just going to go through and do each bit by bit. Probably not going to show you every single bit of the way, but I'll show you when this is done. Yeah, I've got 2 bits mocked up. I've just got a bit sitting in the back. I'm just going to get my wife to help me hold it up, and then I'm going to trace the line. So I've got the profile. Then I'm going to pull it out, put it on this side, and trace that top line. Mint. Made that piece. Just follows the profile of the floor. Literally just cut it out. Just needs a little trim up and should be good. The weather is just crazy. 1 minute it's sunny, then the next minute it's miserable. But yeah, that's Auckland for you. So yeah, I've got my CAD design done up. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. I can either try to make it all out of one piece, which doesn't look too hard. But I think trying to do the folds, 1, 2, 3 folds on one bit will be quite difficult. So I think if I can just trace this onto a bit of sheet metal and then do that fold, and yeah, that fold, get that into place, then I can just come through, make this piece as a single piece and just weld it into the side. Boom. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't have a bit of metal that's big enough, so I'm going to get this side in the bend. I'm going to get this much of the driver's side in the bend, and that's going to allow me to have the nice bends at the top, and then I can just make a second piece for that. Not ideal, but we're just working with what we got. I'm not interested in having to buy more materials or stuff like that when I've got stuff lying around. Yeah, just use up what you got, eh? Realistically, like I said, I put in a quarter tunnel for $300, like a mean one that was already done up from a CAD that a local fabrication shop had. 540 Customs. The dude came from there, has been like pretty helpful. He just will see my stories and stuff, and just like give advice and stuff like that. Like I just posted a story earlier saying that I'm going to do the tunnel next, and straight away he's like, oh bro, I've got a CAD design, you know, I can do the thing up pretty cheap, this and that, which is a good price. But it's sort of, you know, if I can make it myself, why not? That's the way I think. And get to save $300, eh? Sweet, now my name's all chopped out. Now I'm trying to figure out how to try to bend it nicely. Yeah, working it, and I've got an idea, so we'll see if it works. So this is my idea, it may or it may not work, who knows. A little bit of steel under there. I think setting this up is probably going to be the hardest part. So attempt number 2, I've moved my bench over and I've just clamped it to the frame, which has enabled me to put the vices, the clamps on that side. I still don't know if it's going to work or not. Sweet, I've flipped it the other way and now I can possibly bend it a bit more. Yeah, nice. I'm just going to clamp this a little bit as I bend it so it can sort of sharpen line. So yeah, I've just been bending away. Might actually just about be there, but to be fair. So that's what it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I can use my old tunnel somewhat as a jig. Yeah, just to get those angles sort of eyeballed up. Pretty cool. Set you up here. Just tape you to the car. Sweet. The whole car's pretty much painters taped together at this stage. But yeah, looks sweet. Yep, so yeah, this bit sort of gets notched around. Yeah, I've left some coming through so I can fold those up, weld it, grind it back smooth, seam seal it, be done with that. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks really big. That's what she said, apparently. But yeah, it needs to be big to fit the gearbox in. So yeah, this was my last one. You can't really see it too much in this photo. I did try to like duplicate this one, but my gearbox fits in and out of this one reasonably well. But if I can make some more space, like I already have to chop the tunnel anyway, why would I make it so it can only just fit when I'm just compromising a bit of the passenger side, which you know, isn't a priority at all for serviceability. And yeah, I'll take that trade all day long. Yeah, it's quite daunting chopping a big hole in the middle of the car, but yeah, I'm sure it's going to come up fine. So that's that'll be enough for today. It's Sunday. I've been able to spend the whole day in the garage just finishing off the roll cage, starting this. But yeah, I've got a big week of work this week, so I'm not too sure how much I'll get done, but definitely going to send some photos off for the roll cage tonight. Black as hands. And I'm going to go upstairs and spend some time with my daughter. So yeah, the next day, and I've mocked up the next piece, which seems to be sitting in there nicely. But there is a little gap at the bottom, but I'm just going to tack it and then tack it, then tap it up, tack it, get it all nice when it comes time. This is a bit funny because it's, there's something's going on there. You'll see when it happens. And so in regards to, so this will get trimmed and then folded over and welded nicely. And the same with this. It will get, I'll just put knot slices and then fold it up and weld it. And that's just gonna, rather than butt welding or corner welding the corners, I think that will be stronger the way I'm going to do it. Still need to figure out this side. I don't really want to play around with this. I don't want to have to chop all of this out because I don't need to, and it's holding heaps of structural integrity through there and the trans mount as well. So if I don't have to, I think I can just manipulate this out a bit and then make a plate. But yeah, I'm going to get on to cutting that that next piece and show you what it looks like. Using another scrap bit of metal, and I am making the most of this factory edge as I'm joining this to the other piece of metal. I've got a nice straight edge. I wish I had thought one step ahead and made that edge a factory edge on that side as well, but I didn't. But at least one of the edges is perfectly straight. That side not bad. I just chopped off an angle grinder. It's not perfect, but by all means it will be alright. Just needs to be strong, that's all it needs to be, and look good. Would be a bonus. So yeah. Got it together. And just see how we go. So I think it should be pretty sweet. So yeah, I just went through and tacked it off camera because it was giving me a bit of a hard time. Yeah, it seems to be sweet. So you know, I will grind all this smooth. I'll weld it from the inside once I've completed it. Weld it from the inside, then grind all that smooth, and then yeah, it should look seamless. I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I don't actually know what it looks like, but we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yo, I'm stoked with that. Oh, I can't ask for much better than that. Gangster. Sick, happy days. Cool, that'll probably be me for the night, to be fair. Yeah, so it's a new day. Miserable weather outside. But yeah, I've got the other side pretty much, yeah, where it needs to be. So I just need to, yeah, tutu around with this side and make a template for here. Yeah, finally, after about half an hour of procrastinating, that's what I've come up with. So, yeah, it still allows me the same amount of foot clearance that I had factory. And it's just added a whole bunch more room. I still have the factory transmission mount on this side. Yeah, so I'm going to get to cutting that out. It's pretty cool because I can make that in one piece, so there'll be no join there, that will be a bend. So each side will just have one welded seam. Piece, fuck, it was the only bit I had was like had all this paint and glitter paint over it from fucking previous activities. So I've just been scraping it all off and getting it looking presentable. But so yeah, I've got my bit made up. Now I've got my jig that I can pull apart, and yeah, basically just trace a line really. And I'm gonna square that up with the straight edge. We're just going to give it the old bendaroo. It's sweet, so that's it in place. It's been fiddling around trying to get it into its alignment, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it is like that. Really happy actually. So yeah, I'm just going to go and tack it together and go from there. Sweet, I'm going to pull this out of the car and weld it because this is just a headache. So. Trimmed up all that edge, and I've gone through and made a start with this. Yeah, so I've just made this piece. I'm just going to yeah, tack it into place and then just start shaping it. That'll be my best bet, I think. Yeah, I've just gone through and welded this piece on completely. I've also welded the back. We're just going to grind it up now and make it disappear. Yeah, not bad. We'll chuck it in and see what it looks like. Yeah. So I've got some spare time up my sleeve today, so I'm going to go through and wire wheel everywhere, bare metal, and then I'm going to get stuck into welding this in and putting it into its final position. So yeah, I might chuck it on a time lapse to do that and show you what it looks like. Cleaned up. got a little place. I'm just going to go through, tack it, and then I'm just going to start loading it in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this piece fits really well. And like it entwines with each other, the metals, so it all sort of locks into place. Like even when it's not welded, it's in there really solid. So yeah, no, really happy with the fitment of this. Yeah, so. So I've just gone through and welded it. This was like these bits stuck out, so I've had to do a bit there. Yeah, I've fully welded the whole lot. Yeah, so I'm just going to go through and grind everything up with the angled flappy disc and try and get it looking good. Yeah, so I've gone through and cleaned everything up. It looks pretty good. But the seam sealer will look mint. So now I'm just I've just taken the old bracket off for the gearbox mount, and I'm just gonna try to graft it in to the new position. So yeah, we're under the car now. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna tack it in place, and then yeah, just build around it. And that's what I've come up with. Look at those welds. Oh. Yeah, I can tell you, it's not fun under here. Alright. Cool, the tunnel's officially finished. A week on, the tunnel's all done, and thought I'd just show you guys what it looks like in its final state. Yeah, seam sealed the outside of it, tidied all that up. Yeah, it just fits really nice. So it's got heaps of room here. This funny looking thing here is so we can get the seat bolt in, and the reason why it sticks out is obviously it's for a G Force Dogbox side shifter, so it needs heaps of space on the left day. But yep, heaps of room in the tunnel for serviceability, pulling the box out, do the clutch, check all the linkages and stuff like that. You want it nice and easy. Yeah, it's a prick of a job at the best of times, so if you can make it a bit easier, why not? Yeah, this has come out really good, eh? Yeah, for my level of fabrication tools, hey, I'm just a house painter. I'm just a normal dude, like building this thing in my garage with bugger all tools. I got an angle grinder, a few bits and pieces. Yeah, and it's coming up good. Well, I'm stoked with it. Yes, so stay tuned for more content, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.